Hello and welcome again to the BACH Flower Remedies, another segment on learning about what the flowers can do for you. My name is Denise Eaton. I'm a BACH Flower Registered Practitioner, and today we're going to discuss on how to manage holiday stress. It's the most wonderful time of the year, I guess, right? Everyone thinks so. Let me give you some facts. Okay, this is according to the Consumer Poll and Prevention Natural Research, and they state that these are the top things that people dread, the Americans, I should say, dread for the holiday season. We hate crowds and long lines, correct? Yes, we're all very impatient. You know, why do we have to wait in line to make a purchase? We gain weight. A lot of people don't like to gain weight. Same here. I think I've been gaining weight since October, since Halloween. We don't want to gain weight. We have all these wonderful foods, but unfortunately we lack that control. Shopping. Shopping, of course, we're waiting in line. We don't want to do any shopping. We don't want to travel because it's the crowds. Again, we're impatient. It just seems like we're constantly wasting time. Seeing relatives. Some of us don't even want to see our own relatives. How sad is that? Seasonal music. What's with the music in October, okay? Let's be honest, right? Is that a little too premature? How about disappointing gifts? We don't want to admit it, but sometimes we get that gift that, you know, can go into that Yankee swap the following year as the worst gift you ever got. How about attending certain parties and events? People don't want to be social. Maybe they don't. Maybe they're more proud, maybe aloof, maybe they don't want to, and they're forced to go to these parties that they don't want to go to. Here's one, having to be nice. Oh my. Since when do people don't want to be nice to each other? That's actually in the poll. And then, of course, having to do holiday tipping, expect more finance issues. So bottom line, is it really the most happy, wonderful time of the year? So we have help. We can get you through the season so that you won't feel so bad or it won't be so stressful. And today I'm going to teach you how to do what I call Bachtails. So where you can add it to a specific beverage so that nobody knows that you're getting a little bit of assistance when you need it, and how much fun would that be? So why are we taking this? What kind of stress do we want to relieve out? Okay, we want to be able to minimize the stresses at the holiday. And what does that mean? That means probably we have to be realistic about our priorities. We want to set specific goals, not overwhelm ourselves with all these schedules and events that we have to plan. Sometimes we have to say no. And sometimes we have to know what really is our ability of what we can and cannot do. We don't want to ignore our own needs, because sometimes when it comes to the holidays, we're taking care of so many other people that we are forgetting our own needs and how to take care of ourselves. And then maybe we just, we're inflexible. Maybe we have such high standards of what the holidays should be, and then we get very much disappointed because it would have, should have, could have. Or maybe the past has brought, you keep reflecting to the past of why it should have been, or I want to do everything perfectly the way it used to be. And it's really, as time goes on, things aren't the way they used to be. So how are we going to get through this is right. There's an awesome opportunity to make what I call my Bachtails. Now, here's a good recipe for those, say for children, the night before Christmas, or some adults who are so enthusiastic, so overly excited, and they just can't wait for the next day to see what maybe those gifts may be under the tree. So here we are. I have some nice hot chocolate. So you can make any chocolate the way you want, whether it's an instant or you want to warm some nice milk, put maybe some honey, some cinnamon, some cocoa in it. And then we're going to add these remedies here. So vervain is for the one who's overly enthusiastic, to kind of tone down, relax a little bit. Don't be so hyped up about the whole, festivities. So we just add a couple drops of that. So that's going to help tone down that enthusiasm. Then I'm going to add some impatiens. Now, when it comes to patience, this is the flower that just helps with the slowness. If you can't tolerate slowness, people, are the lines, as I told you, a lot of this, what the Americans don't want, what we don't want in the holiday season, it's basically we don't have any patience for it. So this would help to minimize, to help be able to slow down a little bit, okay? And this would go with any of my little Bachtails that I'm going to talk about. And then we have white chestnut for repetitive thought. So if you can't sleep because your mind is racing, oh my goodness, this is a good one to get rid of, just calm down all those sugar plums that are dancing in your head. All right, we have a couple of that. And all you do is sip it in intervals. Now I did put this in hot chocolate. So will it minimize the potency of it? No, it won't. Don't worry about it. They're very versatile, very easy to use. And you just sip on it during times, before you go to bed, and hopefully you'll get a better good night's sleep. Now, some may not want hot chocolate. Some may want some tea. Now, you can put in tea, you can put it in hot chocolate, or my preference, your favorite cocktail, okay? So whatever is your personal choice is what you want to put it into, by all means, go ahead and whatever's easiest for you. Now, for those who don't like to shop, now here's the key thing. We don't want to shop, and how do we have to deal with the lines, deal with all the discouragement, all the stuff that's going on during that time? Let's take a Bachtail to go. And how do you do that? You do a water bottle. So you just take the water bottle, and you're going to add the remedies to that water bottle, and then while you're shopping, while you're traveling, whatever it is, you're sipping that throughout the time to maintain the harmony. Remember, we're trying to bring that harmony so we're not so tense, we're not feeling that stress, because once we have that disharmony interrupted, we're breaking down our immune system, and then we're going to get sick. So that's what we don't want to do. So here's a recipe for the shopper, okay? Again, we want the impatience, because we want to have patience during the time of all the slownesses. Again, I'm going to use it in here, just in the tea. You can put this in the water bottle, but I don't have any water in my bottle, so I'm not going to do it today. Now, this is agrimony. This helps you make sure that you stand, that you don't resist to temptations, okay? Because the agrimony person has a lot of inner torment. Not bad, but they just, they like to suppress those feelings by maybe shopping too much. Watch those sales. It's not what they always seem to be, okay? You don't want to get yourself into trouble. Then we have beach, my favorite, beachy. Think about it, okay? Don't be beachy. Don't want to be critical and intolerant of other people's shortcomings. That helps with that. And then we have olive to restore your energy, because it's very exhausting being out there shopping. I don't know about you, but I get very tired. So this helps me with my, rejuvenation. And then we have gentian, which helps with the discouragement, because the pricing, or maybe you go for something and it's not there, and because they were out of stock, and that's frustrating to you. So this helps minimize, makes you deal with the setback of during that time of shopping. And then, of course, we have hornbeam, procrastination. Just go out and do it. Don't worry about it. It's got to be done. Find the best way to do it. And that way you can have to save the time for yourself, for your loved ones. And it makes you put it in your priorities, set your priorities. So this, if you notice, I put 6 remedies in my in that cup of tea. Now, you can mix up to 7 at one time, so that's like 200 million possible combinations of different recipes that you can make with the flowers. Just think about that, all the broadcasting I can do with all those recipes, so stay tuned. And then the last one I'm going to talk about here is about the traveling, because traveling, we have to travel. Lots of people, it's the most busiest time of the year to travel. These are key ones to help you when you need to travel. Mimulus for being fear. So if you fear the traveling, if you're traveling through maybe air or crowds, and you're feeling a little shy and timid, Mimulus helps with that. And then we have Scorianthus, which helps with your balance. This is like an equilibrium, a decisive between two thought process. So we look at that to help bring that balance back to you. So for jet lag, for car sickness, this is really, really good. Not so much on the physical, although healthy mind, healthy body, it does help keep the body regulated, so it's really good to have. And then this one is walnut for any change. So when you're transitioning into any new environments, new travel times, maybe the time zones, this would be a good one to add to your blend. And this becomes your travel blend as well. And you can add that to water or any beverage of your choice. Okay. So when it comes to making recipes, or we call that, Bachtails, there's no wrong, there's no recipe, that's what's good for you. And as I've said before in the broadcast, that when you want to look at what are flowers, you try to identify, be honest, what are you struggling with, what's holding you back. Is there something that you haven't dealt with that you need to deal with? Basically, you gotta look at yourself and say, what do I need to work on? Is there something that I realize is a constant pattern and I'm struggling with? Now, I always talk about the combination blend, which you want to use is the rescue remedy. This time of year, it's especially good for it, as well as what we like to do is they make great stocking stuffers. So we get the pastilles for a nice put in the stocking. But we have a combination, which is the 5 flowers, which helps neutralize the effects of stress. So keep in mind, you got Star Bethlehem for trauma, Rock Rose for fear, and Patience for patience. cherry plum to maintain control, and clematis to keep you focused. We also have rescue sleep, and rescue sleep has the added flower white chestnut for repetitive thoughts. So if you can't sleep because your mind's racing, because all the stuff, all the things you have to do, this is a great flower to take, okay? So that we want to take, either you have it in the drop, speaking sprays, or you have it in the melts, which is sugar-free, alcohol-free. So any way that you want to deliver it will help you get through so you can relax the mind and the body to have a good night's sleep. So keep in mind, key things for when it comes to the holiday season. Try not to be overwhelmed. That's your elm. These are the flowers you want to take. This will help you prioritize, okay? Then you want to make sure that you are living in the moment. Don't worry about the past. We embrace it. You know, we want to have all those memories. We don't want to be stuck in it, okay? And then Centauri, take care of yourself, okay? Because you're not going to have fun if everybody else is having fun, and meanwhile you're sick because you've just let your guard down because you didn't have enough to say no, okay? So we want you to have a wonderful holiday season this time. So in closing, before I close, actually, I want to remind you all for the entry to enter for the special offer for this complete set. It does expire on December 31st. This is a $865 value. It is, oh my God, what a wonderful, great gift this would be. Not only that, but what a way to start the new year, because New Year is about keeping New Year's resolutions, which we will discuss that in the January's broadcast. Just stay tuned. Please follow us on Facebook, Instagram, all that, so that you can get all the information about that, okay? So with that, I just want to wish you a wonderful, be all that you can be, holiday season. Bye now.